So let's recap what we've done so far in section 1-2. If we are given the equation of a line, we know how to find the x and y intercepts of that line, and then we can use that to sketch the graph. Given the equation of a line, we also know how to put it into slope-intercept form, and then from that we can identify the slope. We also know how to find the slope of a line given 2 points. What we'd ultimately like to be able to do is figure out how to find equations of lines given certain information. And so that's in fact what we're going to do in example 4. We are going to figure out how to find the equation of a line given the slope of that line and 1 point that it passes through. So in part A, we want to find a line that has a slope of -6 and that passes through the point 4, -3. So the way we do this is to use the point-slope form of a line. And just as a quick reminder, that looks like this. Point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And so if we plug our point and our slope into this and then simplify, that gives us the equation of the line. So just to run through this real quick, x and y are variables in this equation. y1 and x1 are the coordinates of this point. So this is x1, that's y1, and the slope, of course, is just m. So using this information, plugging the information we're given into this point-slope form, we have y minus y1, so that's y minus -3 equals, our slope is -6 times x minus x1, x minus 4. Okay, so this is going to give me y minus a -3, so that's y plus 3 equals, on the right-hand side I need to distribute the -6 through, so I get minus 6x plus 24. And then the last step here is to, I want the answers to ultimately be in point-slope form. Y equals mx plus b. So to do that, I need to solve for y. So I need to subtract 3 from both sides of the equation here. And that's going to give me y equals minus 6x plus 21. Okay? And so that's the answer in part A. This is a line that has slope of -6, and it passes through the point 4, -3. Okay, let's move on to part B. Same basic idea. I am going to find the equation of this line using point-slope form. So again, just to write that down, that's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And the variables, the numbers x1 and y1, come from the coordinates of my point. So plugging in the given information into the formula for point-slope form, I have y minus 2 equals minus 4/3 times x minus a -6. So that's x plus 6. Okay, so I distribute through on the the right-hand side, sorry, and that gives me minus 4/3 x minus 4 times 6 is 24 divided by 3. It turns out, though, that 24 is divisible by 3. It's actually just 8. So I have y minus 2 equals minus 4/3 x minus 8. And then to completely solve for y, I add 2 to both sides, which is going to give me y equals, let me clean that up a little bit, y equals minus 4/3 x, and if I'm adding 2 to both sides, this is going to be minus 6. Okay? So this is the equation of this line in in slope-intercept form. Okay, moving on to parts C and D. There's not really a whole lot new here. It's still, I'm still going to be finding the equation of the line using slope-intercept form, or excuse me, using point-slope form. So I have y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And that gives me y minus 2 equals 3 over 5 times x minus 4. I distribute the slope through on the right, and I get 3 over 5x minus 12 over 5. Now I need to add 2 to both sides, so that's going to give me y equals 3 over 5x minus 12 over 5 plus 2. Now I would like to combine these terms. So to do that, I'm going to need to find a common denominator. That's of course going to be 5. So I have y equals 3 over 5x minus 12 over 5 plus 2 is the same thing as 10 over 5. Okay, now if I add those, I have y equals 3 over 5x minus 2 over 5. Okay, and this gives me the answer for part C. So let's wrap up here with part D. Again, I'm going to start with point slope form. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So that's y minus 5 equals, the slope here is 0 times x minus x1. Everything on the right-hand side of this cancels out because I have 0 times something. So that just gives me y minus 5 equals 0. Or in other words, y equals 5. So I don't have an x term in this line. I just have y equals 5, which if you think back to previous examples we've done, what that means is I'm going to end up with a horizontal line at height 5 if I graph this. And again, that makes sense because since I have a horizontal line, I should have a slope of 0, which is exactly what we have if you look back at the statement of the problem. Okay, and that wraps up example 4.